You are watching Platinum Northwest TV News on this rainy Tuesday evening. Good evening, I'm Philadelphia Mangoeng. These are the leading top stories. First up, Northwest Premier earlier today visited the family of one of the soldiers who was killed in the DRC, and an acting school principal has been arrested for alleged corruption. In the business news, the Sugar Association to repurpose the Engen Refinery. And in the sports news, AmaKhosi and The Buccaneers face tough draws in the Nedbank Cup Quarterfinals. We begin here. The Northwest Premier Lazarus Mokhosi, accompanied by the members of the Executive Council, together with the executive members of the Mahikeng Ministers Fellowship, today visited the family of Lance Bombardier Itumeleng Moreo at Extension 39 in Mahikeng. Now, Moreo was part of the 14 South African soldiers who were killed in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. Their mortal remains were received by the President, or rather by President Cyril Ramaphosa, and handed over to their respective families at a ceremony held at the Swartkop Air Force Base last week. Let's take a look.
We came here as the Northwest government to come and pay our homage and comfort the family and indicate to them that we are also mourning with them, that it's only not them that they have lost, the nation has lost. You will recall that when we took a decision to participate in the peacekeeping mission in the continent, South Africa volunteered to also participate in that exercise. And therefore, our deployment of our soldiers, and these are volunteers from South Africa to go and contribute for peacekeeping in Africa. And therefore we are here to say it's not only them who have suffered this great loss. The government and the nation has also suffered. And we said to them, they must accept that in this world we come and we go. It just depends on how we are living this world. But also we said to them, this is a national funeral under the auspices of the military. And therefore, as a province, we come and put also our contribution as a support. But most importantly, we are facilitating between Pretoria and us here in the province in terms of ensuring that there is a successful funeral for this giant of the province and of.
In other news, 57-year-old Nonofatso Tlabanelo, who was the acting principal of a school in Taung in the Northwest Province, appeared before the Taung Magistrates Court facing 6 counts of corruption. This is after she was arrested by the members of the Hawks Serious Corruption Investigating Team yesterday. Now, she was granted 3,000 rand bail, and her matter was postponed to the 8th of April 2025 for further investigation. It is alleged that during the period between January 2022 and November 2024, the suspect was an acting school principal when she offered the complainant a contractual post of the head of department at the same school. Now, here's Lieutenant Colonel Tinyiko Matebula with more.
The suspect reportedly informed the complainant that she would recommend to the department that he be given the acting principal post. Furthermore, the suspect allegedly informed the complainant that she would expect a payment of 4,500 in monthly installments for her acting allowance, which she would have forfeited. The complainant was subsequently hired as an acting school principal and allegedly started paying the suspect in February 2024 an amount ranging from 4,500 to 5,200. Investigation revealed that the suspect was paid 30,500 rand in total. Following an investigation, the suspect was apprehended and charged with corruption. She will appear in the Taung Magistrate Court on Tuesday, the 18th of February 2025.
In more news, the MEC for Community Safety as well as Transport Management in the Northwest Province Vessels Morweng has called for road users to navigate roads carefully and adhere to road safety protocols in order to deal with the unexpected occurrences and avoid accidents as the province is experiencing extreme rainfall. According to weather reports, the Northwest is among the provinces that are anticipated to experience persistent wet weather conditions in variations throughout this week. Now, the MEC also encouraged pedestrians to ensure that they wear visible and bright clothing, walk on the right side of the road facing the oncoming traffic, and avoid jaywalking and crossing roads only at designated crossing paths. Furthermore, law enforcement officers will be on high alert during this time to deal with any eventualities. Onto this now, heavy rains are expected to continue until Thursday, with weather warnings issued for several parts of the country. The Cocta Minister has confirmed that disaster management teams are on standby, ready to respond to any flooding or emergencies. Now, residents have been advised to exercise caution and follow evacuation instructions if necessary to ensure their safety. Moving on to international news now, the Department of International Relations and Cooperation, DIRCO, has confirmed that the United States will be represented at the G20 Foreign Ministers meeting this week, despite the absence of U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. After accusing South Africa of anti-Americanism, Rubio said that he would not attend the G20 Foreign Ministers meeting to be held in Johannesburg. DIRCO has also confirmed that the U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent attended the G20 Finance Ministers meeting and central bank governors. Nonetheless, South Africa is clear that its G20 presidency is an opportunity to place the need of Africa first. Every G20 gathering will take place under the theme Solidarity, Equality and Sustainability. With that, let's take a look now at the business news. In the business news, the South African Sugar Association, that SASA, is exploring the possibility of producing bioethanol at Engen Petroleum's refinery in Durban. Now, the refinery, which has been closed since 2020, could be repurposed to produce bioethanol from sugarcane, providing a new source of revenue for the sugar industry. According to SASA, the industry has the potential to produce up to 750 million liters of ethanol annually, meeting around 8% of South Africa's total fuel demand. This development is seen as a significant step towards diversifying the sugar industry and ensuring its long-term sustainability. And that's all from the business news. Up next, we wrap up with the sports. In soccer news, Orlando Pirates are seeking to defend their title for a record third consecutive time and have been matched up against SuperSport United in the Nedbank Cup Quarterfinals. Now, this will be their third encounter this season, with Pirates having secured victories in both previous matches during the MTN 8 as well as the Betway Premiership. Striker Tshegofatso Mabasa admitted that this indeed was a tough draw for them and expressed the team's determination to progress further and make history. Meanwhile, Kaizer Chiefs, who seem to be making somewhat positive progress, have also received a challenging draw in the quarterfinals against Stellenbosch FC, a team they have already defeated twice in recent weeks. Right back Dillian Solomon stated that AmaKhosi has successfully mitigated their strengths in the previous encounters, particularly during the transitional play. And moving on to cricket news now, Pakistan is set to host its first major cricket tournament in nearly 3 decades. Beginning on Wednesday, this event is being recognized as a significant milestone, particularly following a period during which the country faced security concerns that rendered it inaccessible for such gatherings. The Champions Trophy will be held across 3 cities over the next 2.5 weeks, and successfully managing the event will enhance the South Asian nation's reputation considerably, provided that it proceeds smoothly as well as securely. Now, to assess its readiness for the tournament, Pakistan hosted a tri-series featuring New Zealand as well as South Africa last week, attracting significant attendance at the recently renovated stadium in Lahore as well as Karachi. And that's where we're going to have to leave it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back again tomorrow evening. Till then, good night and take care.